Being busy is one of the easiest ways to feel productive without actually producing anything. And I used to think that productivity meant packing every minute of my day with something. I'd have the color coded schedule, I'd have the endless to do list, and I just simply finish every day feeling so exhausted. But despite being busy, my life wasn't really changing, it was stagnant. And then I realized something. Most of what I was doing felt productive, but almost none of it actually moved me forward. And once I started focusing on producing results instead of simply being occupied, everything changed. So if you constantly feel overwhelmed and stagnant, but you're never able to make meaningful progress, this video is for you. We've somehow turned being busy into a personality trait. If you ask someone how they're doing, they'll say busy. If you ask how work is, busy. Ask them why they haven't started that thing yet. Oh, I've just been so busy. But here's what's so interesting. Most people aren't busy with important work. Instead, they're busy answering low priority emails or scrolling or attending meetings that should have been emails or organizing or planning or researching or even preparing to prepare. They spend all day moving without actually moving forward. And you feel like you're doing something when you're busy, but what you are doing is not helping you get to where you want to get to at all. And here's why many of us do this. One, busy work gives us instant gratification. Our brains love to check boxes. Replying to 5 emails, that feels productive. Watching another productivity video feels productive. Planning for the next week feels productive. And these feel easy, so they give us easy productivity points. But none of these things necessarily create value. They just feel easy, so they give us easy productivity points. They're simply easy wins. But deep work, on the other hand, that is uncomfortable. Building something is uncomfortable. Selling something is uncomfortable. Creating something is uncomfortable. So our brains choose the easier tasks because they let us feel accomplished without requiring much discomfort. But it is in areas like these that we are able to grow into the people that we actually admire and want to be. It's in these areas that we become the people who are ready to receive the life that we ideally desire. Number two, we measure effort instead of output. We celebrate the hours that we work and not the value that we create. You can work for 12 hours and accomplish less than someone who worked 2 hours. It's like when you have students studying for 10 hours and not retaining anything, but the other student who studies for 2 hours is able to retain all of the information and actually go into the exam and do well. And this is because productivity isn't measured by how much energy you spent, it's measured by what exists because of your effort. At the end of the day, ask yourself, what did I actually produce today? Not how tired am I? Don't judge your productivity based on how tired you are. Judge it based on what you were able to actually accomplish today. What were you able to do today to create what wasn't there this morning when you woke up? Number three, motion feels safer than action. Planning feels safer than launching. Learning feels safer than doing. Research feels safer than publishing. Thinking feels safer than risking failure. And sometimes We stay busy because staying busy allows us to avoid the risk of failure or the fear of judgment or discomfort, etc., whatever it may be. But the thing is that if you never take meaningful action to produce meaningful results, you will never grow into the person you know that you want to be and the person that you know that you're capable of becoming. And therefore, you will feel like you're living a meaningless life because you know that you're not fulfilling your full potential in life. You know that you're not meeting the standards that you have set for yourself. And now, with that being said, how do we actually take meaningful action instead of just being in motion? One, identify your highest impact task. Every morning, ask yourself, if I only accomplished one thing today, one thing, what would make the biggest difference? And the answer to that question is your real work. That is your priority. Everything else is secondary. And protect that task and complete it before doing anything else on your to do list. Please. Number two, measure output, not hours. Instead of counting the number of hours you worked, ask yourself, what did I produce during the hours I worked? Output actually tells you the truth about your input. Time does not.
What the? Oh shit.
Number three, separate creation from maintenance. Some tasks grow our lives, while others just simply maintain it. Answering emails, maintenance. Doing laundry, maintenance. Organizing files, maintenance. On the other hand, things like building products, learning valuable skills, making sales calls, even creating content, these things are creation. Those things create value, add value. And don't get me wrong, both creation and maintenance matter. But if your entire day is just maintenance, your future will never expand. And you'll soon realize that you are stagnant and then wonder why you're stagnant. Number four, stop glorifying exhaustion. Being exhausted doesn't automatically mean that you've accomplished something meaningful. You don't get extra points because you're stressed. You don't win a gold medal because your calendar is full. The goal isn't to do more. The goal here is to make what you do matter. Number five, end every day with this one question. Ask yourself, what exists tonight that didn't exist this morning because of me? Whether it's a finished assignment, a finished video, a sale, a design, a completed workout. If you ask yourself that question every day, you will naturally start prioritizing work that creates results instead of work that only fills your schedule. And overall, I think one of the biggest lies we've accepted is that being busy automatically means that we're making progress. But it doesn't. I'm so sorry to say it does not. You can spend years running in circles and still end up exactly where you started. Don't aim to have the fullest calendar. Aim to have the biggest impact possible because at the end of the day, no one remembers how busy you were. They only remember what you built, the value you added. So, tomorrow morning, before opening up your planner or your calendar or whatever, or even before adding another task to your to-do list, ask yourself this one question: will this move my life forward or just fill my time? And that single question might actually change the trajectory of your life. Consistently asking that one question will change the trajectory of your life because it will impact the decisions that you make and the actions you take. And those two factors will determine the results of your life. So that's all I have for today, and I thank you for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.